I know you're never gonna forgive me, but you left me no choice.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most shocking betrayals on The Boys.
I have a view I really want to show you. It's gonna blow your mind.
For this list, we're looking at the gasp-worthy backstabs and double crosses across the course of this vulgar Amazon series. Naturally, supersized spoilers lie ahead. Which betrayal cut you the deepest? Sound off in the comments below. Number 10. Bombs, Becca, and the baby.
I'm so sorry. I should never have lied to you. I know now that you don't need to be protected. I'm so sorry.
When Homelander discovers Madeline's been keeping secrets, the C4 explosives strapped to her chest become the least of this Vought executive's problems. The sexual relationship between her and the psychotic Soup was more disturbing than healthy, but she was still the only person capable of appeasing him. However, her usual methods fail when Homelander realizes she's been hiding Becca and his baby from him for over 8 years. It's utterly horrifying to see him melt her face off, not just because it looks really painful, but also for the dangerous precedent it set. If even Madeline isn't safe from Homelander's rage, then absolutely no one is.
What was that plan again?
Oh well.
Number 9. The Boys No More.
If you don't draw the line somewhere, how the hell are you gonna know where you stand?
I ain't drawing no line.
Which is why we got to.
After the team accidentally unleashes the vengeful Soldier Boy on the world, Mother's Milk sensibly argues that allying with the guy who just tried to kill them probably isn't a great idea. But Butcher, whose leadership abilities were already in question, decides the only way to fight a deranged Soup is by drafting their own. Unfortunately, he's never been good at compromise either, so he decides to drug Milk to prevent his interference.
Why? I can't draw no line, him. Not with what I could do. I'm sorry. You'll be right in the morning.
The Cockney extremist has always been a bit narrow-minded, but his complete disregard for his teammates' opinions prove he doesn't think he's on the Boys anymore. To him, this is just the Butcher show.
So you get Homelander, but I can't get Soldier Boy? You're a f***ing hypocrite, Butcher. Now move.
Number 8. Spotlight on Starlight.
I'm in Montpelier, Vermont. 12 heroes and civilians are dead. A lot more are wounded. Now, Homelander and Vought are going to tell you that it was the supervillain and that they have it handled. They don't.
They say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but after this, Vought might beg to differ. Homelander's ploy to make Starlight America's sweetheart backfires spectacularly when she decides to weaponize her 190 million plus Instagram followers. Finally fed up with the lies and corruption, she live streams a complete tell-all about the despicable things going on behind the spandex of superhero society.
Most heroes don't care about you. They only care about their image, and Homelander is the worst of them.
There's no coming back from a revelation like this, publicly or professionally. And speaking the truth may have cost Starlight her supersuit. That's okay with her, though. As she says herself, she didn't do this as Starlight. This was all Annie.
I'm not Starlight anymore. My name is Annie January, and I fucking quit.
Number 7. Pop Goes the Claw. All's fair in love, war, and treason.
We ain't here to hurt you. We're gonna help you sort out this little mess.
After A-Train's girlfriend gets caught red-handed, or technically red-clawed, Butcher blackmails her into being an informant against the Seven. She gives the boys insider knowledge, and they sit on her incriminating footage. It's a win-win, at least until A-Train finds out.
I told these guys you were running the V down near the Noodle Palace. I'm so sorry, baby.
No amount of couples therapy will fix this relationship, so he decides to double-cross the double-crosser. Obviously, that means murdering his girlfriend and staging it as a drug overdose. It takes the idea of a clean break to new heights, but at least A-Train squeezed some more info from her beforehand. You know, just for good measure.
I love you.
I love you too.
Number 6. Cut from the same cape.
No matter what happens, no matter what you do, I'm not going anywhere. I will always be here.
It takes a village to raise a child, but apparently narcissism is a dominant gene. After Becca sacrificed quite literally everything she had to raise Ryan right, nothing hurts more than seeing Homelander successfully sway him to the dark side. This rebellious phase is no joke either, since Ryan was totally willing to I-beam even Butcher to save his dad.
Let's leave. Please. I want to leave.
Ryan.
On the bright side, the fact that he convinced Homelander to spare the boys is a sign that there is some humanity left in him. However, it's buried real deep. Ryan's haunting smile after his father's public meltdown proves the kid takes after his dad more than anyone expected. Number 5. Maeve gets it done. Even though Queen Maeve had some serious reservations about the Seven's nefarious underbelly, it took a while to get her to consider alternative employment. But after years of microaggressions and heinous acts, she finally decides to take matters into her own hands, or in this case, her own fists.
Was that an almond joy? He has a tree nut allergy.
In one hell of an official resignation letter, she rescues Starlight from Black Noir and then later helps the others knock the stuffing out of Stormfront.
So small. Eat my shit, you nasty bitch!
Girls do get it done.
She even blackmails Homelander himself, proving that this Maeve has nothing left to lose. Vought may not be able to publicly fire her, but for all intents and purposes, Queen Maeve has clocked out for the last time.
You're gonna stop hunting Starlight. You're gonna leave me and Elena alone. Or I release this.
Number 4. Silence is a virtue.
I need you to come back.
Maybe it was because he couldn't speak, but Black Noir seemed like the only member of the Seven that hadn't ever royally ticked off their leader. At least, that was the case until he was asked a simple yes or no question. Did he know Soldier Boy was Homelander's father?
Did you know that I had a father out there? Alive this whole time?
Of course, nothing with the Star-Spangled Soup is ever that easy, especially matters that literally hit close to home. So when Black Noir nods in the affirmative, Homelander thanks him for his candor by showing him a new meaning to the phrase, bust a gut.
Why didn't you tell me?
If Noir had just stayed quiet till the end, maybe his innards would still be on the inside.
Don't worry, Irving. We are so proud of you. Soon you'll be in the sweet embrace of Christ the Lord.
Number 3. Sound off for Drummer Boy. After the relentless cruelty A-Train endured at the hands of the not-so-Superman, you'd think he, of all people, would be down to give Homelander a few bruises. But when Supersonic sings a tune about a brewing coup d'etat, the formerly named Drummer Boy finds himself beating out his last solo.
What if we could do something about it?
What do you have in mind?
Instead of sprinting at the opportunity to potentially take Homelander down, A-Train decides to be a whistleblower. It practically signs the death warrant of his well-meaning teammates, especially in the case of Supersonic.
Stop it! You know how that ends. And besides, this is your fault, as much as it is mine.
What?
A-Train told me about you two mutineers and your little plot.
The Seven's newest member loses his face, his life, and his legacy, all because a certain speedster could not keep his mouth shut.
Supersonic trusted you, and you got him killed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Number 2, a family matter. It seems water is thicker than blood after all, or at least Compound V is.
He used foul language during that birthday rant. So you make a public statement, a stern reprimand, some FCC fines, nothing serious. Just a reminder that he can't get away with anything.
While Congresswoman Newman's penchant for popping heads is far from the most democratic of election methods, her loyalties were still reasonably just. That is, until she decides to make an ally of the most detestable hero of them all. In a press conference meant to reprimand Homelander, Newman instead turns on her adoptive father by accusing him of corruption.
Homelander has bravely come forward as a whistleblower and provided evidence of crimes committed within Vought by CEO Stan Edgar.
She turns on one family member to help another. And for the low price of Edgar's reputation, she secures a dose of Compound V for her daughter. But even though the V was on sale, aligning with Homelander is still a pretty steep price.
Why?
All these years you weren't protecting me. I was protecting you. I have to look out for Zoe.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, dishonorable discharge. Hell hath no fury like a hero scorned, especially one with decades of time to plot. In Season 3, we discover that not only is Soldier Boy alive and kicking, but it was his own team, Payback, that turned on him with Vought's blessing.
Vought's really okay with this.
Sometimes old soldiers just fade away. I don't want the details. Just do what you need to do.
A few years of torture in a Russian facility will definitely sour a relationship, so now, America's former poster boy is hell-bent on getting payback on, well, payback.
I didn't love you. I hated you. We all did.
He successfully turns his old team into a specialty dish of human roasts, and even sticks it to Vought by coming after Homelander.
You know what the bitch of it is? If they'd have just kept me around, I'd have let you take the spotlight. What father wouldn't want that for his son?
Though his son is certainly a soup to be reckoned with, after this kind of showing, it's clear there's only one Soldier Boy.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.